20 things you need to know about Capital One before you apply. Let's dive into it. All right, that's right, my friends. 20 things about Capital One credit cards. We're going to talk consumer and business. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we should probably mention that they offer a pre-qualification tool. It's actually really cool. Here's why. Because one thing I like about Capital One is that a lot of their rules and the way that they do things, unwritten rules, is applied across the boards pretty consistently. So we can get a good gauge and a good idea of what's going on with them. Okay, so on a pre-qualification, for example, they tell you exactly which cards you can pre-qualify for. So there's no guessing. The Quicksilver Rewards, the Saver One, Venture Rewards, Venture One, then the Platinum, and these are all rebuilding, and even the secured cards you can pre-qualify for. So that's great for those of you that are rebuilding credit. Next, what bureau do they pull? Well, they pull all three, which is why Capital One has, an interesting rep. I mean, before the Venture X card that just came out, I think it was end of last year, I would say they had a pretty bad reputation. Great customer service, they had great lounges, but for the most part, I don't think a lot of people like their cards. It's mostly because they pull all three bureaus, which is kind of weird. That being said, I heard a lot of success with people that freeze their Experian and keep Equifax and TransUnion open and still get approved. So if you want a way around that, that's not as bad, that would be your way around it, okay? Next, they offer a lot of cards, from rebuilding, which are secured cards. They got the Platinum and the Quicksilver One, all the way on up to the Venture X Rewards, which is excellent credit. So the thing that you'll notice is right here, we can see on the site that they've got their own sort of internal scoring mechanism, right? It's not like Navy Fed, but they do have something. And so they're gonna tell you exactly what the deal is. So which one ranks for each classification. So we got rebuilding credit, fair credit, good credit, and excellent credit. And this is essentially what you're looking at. So you can go ahead and read that. That is under every single card. So they'll tell you exactly where this ranks, as well as I like that they've actually pulled in customer reviews. That's pretty unique. Anyways, let's continue. You can have 3 consumer credit cards, only 2 rebuilding credit cards. That does not mean that's a total of 5. I believe the cap on the consumer side, from what I've been hearing, and all of our data points tell us that it's 3 maximum cards on the consumer side. If you had just rebuilding cards, the most that you can have is 2. Okay, but you let me know in the comments if you've got more. Rebuilding credit cards are gonna be the Quicksilver, Quicksilver One, and the Platinum credit cards. You can upgrade your Quicksilver, Platinum, or Saver cards using this semi-secret link. It's actually published on our website, walletmonkey.io, on the Capital One complete guide, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it underneath this video as well. It is a link that you have to log in again. So if you're already logged in, it makes you log in again, and it'll tell you which cards qualify for an upgrade. So this is kind of like a backdoor upgrade way of not having to call in, not having to go through any, hard pulls or anything like that to get a product change essentially, or an upgrade. It'll let you do that. So it covers quite a bit of cards, and from what I've noticed is that this thing's been consistently up now for at least 2 years that we've been tracking it. So we'll give you that link below as well in case you want to try and upgrade out of the rebuilding credit cards into fair credit, excellent credit cards, whatever you want to try and do. That'll help you, hopefully help you get upgraded there. A 680 and above is the credit that's going to be required for regular cards like the Venture. 580 and above for credit rebuilding cards like the Quicksilver or the Platinum. Don't be surprised though if you get a $300 to $500 limit with any of the rebuilding credit cards. And then they're gonna have you walk through 5 payments or 6 payments. If you make those on time, then they're gonna give you a $100 credit limit increase automatically. That's usually how their rebuilder programs work. Cap One also works off of a 1 in 6, meaning only 1 new credit card every 6 months. This applies to both business and personal. Next, Capital One is known for sandboxing customers, meaning that those who start off with lower limits, like these $300 to $500 cards I was just talking about, never get to fully experience great credit lines or credit limits because they're in the sandbox. So they are just perpetually getting low credit limit increases. If anything, they're grinding you up to like $1,000 credit limit increase, or just not giving you anything. So if you're sandboxed, it's best to try and product change or close that account and get a completely new account to try and combat that. You can try and increase your spend, meaning go and use a lot of the card limit, pay it down, use a lot of the card limit, pay it down, and keep doing this. And then they're gonna look at your activity and see. And sometimes you can get mashed and get drug out of the sandbox. I will say that it is easier to just product change your way out of that one. Secured credit cards do graduate with Capital One, and that's usually after 6 months. Lowest credit score we've seen get approved for a secured card is 574. Next, let's talk about welcome bonuses. So in the past, Capital One has allowed cardholders to receive a welcome bonus on the same card multiple times. As long as you're approved for the card, you should get the bonus. They will even allow you to have 2 of the same card concurrently and get the bonus on both, and you don't have to cancel the first to receive the bonus on the second. If they won't give you the sign-up bonus, they will state it specifically in their terms of their TOS, which you see is very common amongst many banks. They'll say that the bonus may not be available for existing or previous account holders. It'll say something like that. Next, Capital One uses the same internal rebuilding to excellent credit card rankings or rating system on the business side as it does on the personal side. Next, all Capital One business cards except the Capital One Spark Cash Plus report all business activity to your consumer credit profile. So that is the only card that does not report all your usage, which I've talked about this in the past. It's an awful idea to get business credit cards that report to your personal because you've got year-end spending, you've got tax payments that you got to make quarterly, you've got all these things that are usually large payments. And even though we can put them on credit cards, by doing that, it is affecting now our utilization and negatively tanking our personal credit, which it's not worth it, okay? Next, you may be asked for 2 of the following documents on your business application: tax returns from the most recent tax year, bank statement dated within the last 6 months, phone bill issued in the last 3 months, or utility bill issued in the last 3 months. We have backdoor phone numbers listed on the Wallet Monkey website. It is on the Capital One guide, which will hopefully be showing on the screen right now. And last but not least, the best consumer credit card to get in terms of rewards is the Venture X, which you see on the screen right here. Earn unlimited 10x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, plus unlimited 2x miles on all other purchases. It has a $395 fee. APRs are usually 21 to 28%. And yeah, so far it has 343 reviews. All right, my friends, that's all I got for you. That's the 20 things about Capital One. Let me know in the comment section, did I miss anything? Or if you want to add in your data points so that we can continue to grow out our library of data. We love you for that. Thank you so much. If you like this video, check out other videos on the channel. That's the best way that you could possibly support us and show us some love, because the algorithms are going to do and hopefully us with more great people watching just like you. All right, that's it. Hey, you should subscribe. 60% of you are not subscribed yet, right there. Okay, bye.